So here we have a circle equation, but it is not in standard form. So I'm not able at this point to determine what the center and radius are. So I'm going to rearrange the equation a little bit and then complete the square. So first of all, I need to move any variables over to the left side, and I want to put these in order with x squared, then x to the first, then y squared, then y to the first. So first I'm going to add 20y on both sides because I want to have only this constant on the right side. So this will cancel out here. And now I'm going to put these in order with my x squared and x first, then y squared and y. So x squared plus, I'm going to put the 8x next, then plus y squared plus 20y, and that is all equal to negative 80. Okay, so this is a little different than the other questions we've been doing so far because I have an x term and I have a y term. So that means I need to complete the square 2 times, once for x and once for y. So I'll have 2 magic numbers. So I'm going to start by focusing on x. So my magic number for x comes from the coefficient of x to the first. So I'm going to take that coefficient and divide it by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. That means the number I'll be adding to both sides is 16, 4 squared. So this is what I will add to both sides of my equation for x. Now let's look at y. So focusing on my y's, the coefficient of y to the first is 20. So my magic number for y will be 20 divided by 2, which is 10. That means that on both sides of my equation, I'll be adding 100, which is 10 squared. Okay, so let's write all of that out. So I now have x squared plus 8x plus 16. So notice that I added the magic number squared right after my x term. So x squared x, and then the magic number squared for the x's. And then, excuse me. And then I can go to my y squared plus 20y plus 100. So I'm adding the y magic number squared right after the y to the first term. That is all equal to negative 80, but remember, anything I do on the left side, I also have to do on the right side. So I must also add 16 and add 100. Okay, so now I'm going to focus on each of these trinomials. So this trinomial is a perfect square trinomial, which means it's going to end up as x plus or minus a number squared. Now in this case, it was a positive coefficient of x, which means it's x plus my magic number, which was 4. So the number we're adding in here is the magic number or the square root of what I added into my equation. So we have x plus 4 squared. Now we're going to do the same thing for this y trinomial, which is also a perfect square trinomial. Since this is a positive number, it's going to be y plus, in this case, y plus 10. 10 was our magic number here. It's also the square root of the number that I added to both sides. And then on the right side, if I add all of this together, 100 plus 16 is 116. 116 minus 80 is 36. Okay, so now I have my equation in standard form for a circle. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So I'm able to determine the center and the radius of this equation, of this circle. The center is going to be at -4, -10. Remember, the standard form is x minus h, so that means I'm changing the sign of 4 for the center. Same thing over here. It was y plus 10, but the standard form is y minus k, so I had to change that sign. So -4, -10. My radius is the square root of 36, which is 6.